Welcome to this new day that God has ordained with divine purpose especially for you. May the peace of God touch your heart on this special morning through this powerful prayer that will transform your daybreak and fill you with fearless courage that comes from knowing the Almighty walks beside you. Brother, dear sister, I know you've come here because your heart needs to hear a word of courage, because perhaps fear has been whispering lies in your ear, making mountains out of molehills, turning possibilities into impossibilities. Maybe you've awakened with anxiety about the challenges ahead, uncertainty about decisions you need to make, or worry about circumstances beyond your control. I want you to know that God has orchestrated this divine moment to speak directly to your fears. Today we're going to anchor our hearts in one of the most powerful promises in all of Scripture, found in Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This morning prayer is built upon this unshakable foundation that has sustained believers through every imaginable trial for thousands of years. This powerful prayer we're about to experience together isn't just comforting words for your anxious heart. It's a divine proclamation that rewrites the narrative of fear in your life and establishes fearless courage as your new operating system. When God spoke these words through the prophet Isaiah, he wasn't offering temporary encouragement. He was declaring eternal truth about his relationship with his people. I invite you to close your eyes right now and allow your spirit to connect with this life-changing reality. The same God who created the universe, who commands the angels, who holds the future in his hands, has looked at your specific situation and declared, "Fear not, for I am with you." Not might be with you or hope to be with you, but I am with you. Present tense, absolute certainty. The courage God offers isn't the absence of fear. It's the presence of God that makes fear irrelevant. This morning prayer will transform you from someone who is trying to be brave into someone who simply cannot be afraid because you know who is with you. Write in the comments, "God is with me, I will not fear," and allow that declaration to activate the fearless courage that God has already placed within your spirit. Almighty Father, I receive your command to fear not as a divine directive that changes everything about how I face this day. I understand that when you say fear not, you're not suggesting or requesting. You're commanding because you know something about my situation that fear doesn't know. I choose to obey your command to fear not. Dear brother, we begin this morning prayer by understanding that when God says fear not, it's not a gentle suggestion from a distant deity. It's an authoritative command from your loving Father who has inside information about your future. God commands us not to fear because he knows something that fear doesn't know. He knows the end from the beginning, and he knows that you win. The phrase "fear not" appears over 365 times in Scripture, one for every day of the year. This isn't coincidence, it's divine intention. God knew that his children would need daily reminders that fear is not their natural state, that courage is their birthright, that victory is their inheritance. This powerful prayer connects you to that daily dose of divine courage. Lord, I understand that your fear not comes with divine authority. When you command the winds and waves to be still, they obey. When you command fear to leave my heart, it must obey. I align myself with your authority and choose to fear not because you have commanded it. Embracing God's command to fear not also means recognizing that fear is often a liar that presents worst-case scenarios as inevitable outcomes. Fear shows you problems without solutions, challenges without resources, obstacles without opportunities. But God's fear not comes with the full knowledge of every resource available to you, every solution already prepared, every victory already won. Think of a general sending soldiers into battle with the assurance, "Fear not, for our victory is certain." The general doesn't give this command based on hope or wishful thinking, but on intelligence, strategy, and superior resources. Similarly, God's fear not is based on his complete knowledge of your situation and his unlimited resources to handle it. General of heaven's armies, when you command me to fear not, I know it's based on your perfect knowledge of the battle and your unlimited resources for victory. Help me to trust your intelligence report rather than fear's false information. The 400 morning prayer also teaches us that embracing God's grace, fear not, requires actively rejecting fear's voice. Fear is persistent and loud, constantly offering its perspective on your circumstances. But God's command gives you the authority to silence fear's voice and tune into heaven's frequency instead. Embracing the command to fear not also means understanding that courage isn't the absence of all anxious feelings. It's the decision to act according to God's word rather than according to your emotions. This yet powerful prayer gives you permission to feel human emotions while making divine choices. Emotional healer. I understand that courage doesn't mean I never feel afraid. It means I choose to act according to your promises rather than my feelings. When fear knocks on the door of my heart, let faith answer every time. The command to fear not is also deeply personal. God isn't speaking to a crowd when he says this to you. He's looking directly into your eyes, seeing your specific circumstances, knowing your particular challenges, and speaking this word directly to your heart. This morning prayer personalizes God's command for your unique situation. Personal God, I receive your fear not as a word spoken directly to me about my specific situation with my particular challenges in mind. You're not speaking generally, you're speaking personally, and I receive this word as my personal directive from heaven. Embracing God's command to fear not also involves recognizing that obedience to this command positions you for breakthrough. When you refuse to fear, you create an atmosphere where God's power can work most effectively. Faith is the environment where miracles flourish, while fear is the atmosphere where problems multiply. Miracle-working God, as I obey your command to fear not, I create an atmosphere where your power can work without restriction. Let my obedience to fear not become the launching pad for supernatural breakthrough in my life. This powerful prayer also reminds us that God's fear not comes with the full backing of heaven's resources. When God commands you not to fear, he's not leaving you to figure out how to be brave on your own. He's pledging the full resources of heaven to support your courage. Resource provider, when you command me to fear not, I know that all of heaven's resources back up that command. Angels are assigned, provisions are prepared, solutions are ready. Help me to live with the confidence that comes from knowing heaven supports my courage. Finally, embracing God's command to fear not means making it a lifestyle rather than a momentary decision. Every morning you choose to start the day by declaring God's fear not over every challenge you'll face. This morning prayer establishes that daily pattern of fearless living. Daily Commander, make fear not my daily declaration and my constant confession. Let me start each day by declaring your command over every challenge I'll face. Make fearless living my lifestyle, not just my crisis response. God of infinite strength, you have promised to strengthen me, to help me, to be my very present help in trouble. I receive your divine strength that doesn't depend on my natural abilities, your supernatural help that comes at exactly the right moment, your unlimited resources that never run out. Strengthen me with your might in my inner man. Beloved brother, Isaiah 41:10 doesn't just tell us not to fear. It tells us why we don't need to fear. I will strengthen you, yes, I will help you. This morning prayer connects you to the divine strength and supernatural help that God has already committed to provide. This isn't strength you have to earn or help you have to deserve. It's already yours by divine promise. God's promise to strengthen you is not a promise to improve your natural strength. It's a promise to replace your natural strength with supernatural power. When you operate in divine strength, you can do things that exceed your natural capacity, endure things that would normally break you, and achieve things that seem impossible. Strengthening God, I receive your strength as a replacement for my weakness, not just an addition to my natural abilities. Let your power flow through me in ways that exceed my natural capacity and amaze even me with what becomes possible. The divine strength God provides is also intelligent strength. It comes with wisdom about how to use it effectively. You don't just receive power, You receive discernment about when to use it, where to apply it, and how to steward it responsibly. This powerful prayer activates both divine strength and divine wisdom. Wise Strengthener, along with your strength, give me wisdom to use it effectively. Show me when to push forward and when to rest, when to fight and when to trust, when to act and when to wait. Let your wisdom guide the application of your strength. Think of a tree that draws strength from deep roots invisible to the eye. During storms, the tree doesn't rely on its visible trunk and branches alone. It draws from the vast root system hidden beneath the surface. Similarly, your divine strength comes from your connection to Magodasa, a source of power that others can't see but you can access. Root of my strength, keep me deeply connected to you as my source of power. When storms come, let me draw strength from our hidden connection rather than relying only on what others can see. Make my roots go deep into your love and faithfulness. This morning prayer also helps you understand that God's promise to help you includes providing exactly the right kind of help at exactly the right time. He doesn't give you all the help you think you'll need for the entire future. He gives you today's help for today's challenges, knowing that tomorrow's help will come tomorrow. God's help also often comes through unexpected channels. He may use people you never thought would help you, open doors you never thought would open, or provide resources you never thought would be available. This powerful prayer keeps your heart open to receive God's help however it comes. Creative helper, keep my heart open to receive your help through whatever channels you choose to send it. Don't let me limit you to the methods I expect or the sources I think are most likely. Surprise me with your creativity in providing exactly what I need. The divine help God provides also includes help for your emotions, your thoughts, and your relationships, not just your external circumstances. He helps you process difficult emotions, overcome negative thinking patterns, and navigate complex relationships. This morning prayer invites God's help into every area of your life. Comprehensive helper, I invite your help into every area of my life, my emotions, my thoughts, my relationships, my work, my health, my finances. Let no area of my life be outside the reach of your helpful intervention. This powerful prayer also reminds us that receiving divine strength and help requires our partnership with God. He provides the strength, but you apply it. He offers the help, but you accept it. He opens the door, but you walk through it. You become a co-laborer with Aitat in your own victory. Partnership God, help me to be a good partner in receiving your strength and help. When you provide strength, help me to use it wisely. When you offer help, help me to receive it humbly. When you open doors, give me courage to walk through them. The strength and help God provides also have a multiplication effect. When you operate in divine strength, you become stronger. When you receive God's help, you become more capable of helping others. This morning prayer positions you to be both a receiver and a giver of divine assistance. Multiplying God, let the strength and help I receive from you multiply in my life and overflow to others. Make me stronger through receiving your strength, more capable through receiving your help, more useful in your kingdom through experiencing your power. Finally, receiving divine strength and help means acknowledging your dependence on a God without feeling weak or inadequate. Dependence on God is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that you were designed to operate in partnership with infinite resources. Infinite resource, help me to embrace my dependence on you as wisdom rather than weakness. You designed me to operate in partnership with your unlimited resources. Let my dependence on you be the source of my greatest strength and my most effective service. Righteous Father, you have promised to uphold me with your righteous right hand. I receive this promise as your commitment to keep me stable, secure, and steady, no matter what storms may come. Your right hand represents your power, your authority, your covenant faithfulness. I trust in the upholding power of your mighty hand. Dear brother, the most beautiful part of Isaiah 41:10 is the promise that God will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This morning prayer helps you understand that you're not just floating through life hoping to survive. You're being actively upheld by the same hand that created the universe, the same hand that parts seas and moves mountains. In biblical symbolism, the right hand represents power, authority, and honor. When God promises to uphold you with his righteous right hand, he's pledging his full power, complete authority, and highest honor to keep you stable and secure. This powerful prayer connects you to that divine stability that cannot be shaken. Mighty God, I place my complete trust in your righteous right hand that upholds me. The same power that created galaxies holds me steady. The same authority that commands angels keeps me secure. I am upheld by infinite power and unwavering love. The upholding power of God's right hand means you don't have to maintain your own stability through worry, control, or constant vigilance. God himself takes responsibility for keeping you steady, balanced, and secure. This morning prayer helps you release the exhausting burden of trying to hold yourself together. Sustaining God, I release the burden of trying to hold myself together and trust you to uphold me. I don't have to maintain my own stability through worry or control. Your right hand keeps me steady when everything else shakes. Think of a child learning to walk while holding their father's strong hand. The child may stumble, may lose balance, may feel unsteady, but as long as the father's grip is firm, the child cannot fall. Similarly, God's righteous right hand maintains its grip on you even when you feel unsteady or uncertain. Father's hand, just as a loving father holds his child's hand while they learn to walk, you hold me steady as I learn to navigate life's challenges. Even when I stumble, your grip never loosens. Even when I feel unsteady, your hand keeps me upright. This powerful prayer also teaches us that being upheld by God's right hand doesn't mean you'll never face difficulties, but it means you'll never face them alone and you'll never be overwhelmed by them. God's upholding power gives you supernatural resilience and endurance. The righteousness of God's right hand also means that his upholding power comes with perfect justice and moral authority. You're not being upheld by mere power, but by righteous power. Power that always does what is right, just, and good. This morning prayer gives you confidence in the character behind the power. Righteous upholder, I trust not just in your power to uphold me, but in your righteous character that ensures your power is always used for good. Your right hand upholds me with perfect justice, complete integrity, and unwavering love. Being upheld by God's right hand also means you can take righteous risks, step out in faith, and pursue God's calling on your life with confidence. You don't have to play it safe out of fear because you know that even if you stumble, you cannot fall while God's hand upholds you. Risk. Taking God, because your right hand upholds me, I can take righteous risks and step out in faith. I don't have to live in the prison of playing it safe. Your upholding power gives me freedom to pursue your calling with courage. This morning prayer also reminds us that God's upholding power extends to every area of your life, your relationships, your finances, your health, your emotions, your ministry, your family. There's no area of your life that falls outside the reach of his righteous right hand. Comprehensive upholder, extend your upholding power to every area of my life. Uphold my relationships with your wisdom, my finances with your provision, my health with your healing, my emotions with your peace, my family with your protection. The upholding power of the God's right hand also provides stability for others through you. When you're established and secure in God's grip, you become a stabilizing force for family members, friends, and colleagues who may be going through unstable times. Stabilizing God, as you uphold me with your right hand, make me a source of stability for others who are going through shaky times. Let your stability in my life overflow to bring security and peace to those around me. Finally, experiencing the upholding power of God's right hand means living with the confidence that your future is secure. You may not know what tomorrow brings, but you know who holds tomorrow, and more importantly, you know that he holds you. Future holding God, because your right hand upholds me, I can face the future with confidence. I may not know what tomorrow brings, but I know you hold tomorrow, and I know you hold me. My future is as secure as your grip is strong. Prince of Peace, God of courage, I declare that I will walk in fearless courage and divine peace throughout this day. I will not be moved by circumstances, intimidated by opposition, or paralyzed by uncertainty. Your presence goes with me. Your power works through me. Your peace guards my heart and mind. Beloved brother, we reach the culmination of this morning prayer, where we commit to walking in the fearless courage and divine peace that flow naturally from knowing God is with us, strengthening us, helping us, and upholding us. This isn't manufactured bravery or forced calmness. It's the supernatural result of being connected to the source of all courage and peace. Walking in fearless courage doesn't mean you never feel the emotion of fear. It means you feel the emotion, but refuse to let it dictate your decisions. Fear may knock on the door of your heart, but courage answers. Fear may whisper its concerns, but faith speaks louder. This powerful prayer gives you the authority to choose courage over fear in every situation. Courageous God, give me the wisdom to feel fear without being controlled by it, to acknowledge challenges without being overwhelmed by them, to face difficulties without being defeated by them. Let courage be my default response to every fearful situation. Walking in fearless courage also means making decisions based on God's promises, rather than on worst-case scenarios. Instead of asking, what if everything goes wrong, you learn to ask, what if God shows up? This morning prayer trains your mind to default to faith-based thinking rather than fear-based thinking. Promise keeping. God, train my mind to default to your promises rather than to worst-case scenarios. When challenges arise, let my first thought be, what is God going to do, rather than what could go wrong? Rewire my thinking patterns with faith. Think of a lion that walks through the jungle with complete confidence, not because there are no dangers, but because the lion knows its own strength and authority. Similarly, you can walk through life with fearless courage, not because there are no challenges, but because you know your God and his authority over every situation. Lion of Judah, give me the confidence of a lion that knows its strength and authority. Let me walk through life's jungle with fearless courage, knowing that you are the king of every domain I enter, the victor over every enemy I face. This powerful prayer also teaches us that divine peace and fearless courage work together. Peace isn't the absence of battle, it's the presence of God bars in the battle. Courage isn't the absence of danger, it's the confidence that God bar is bigger than any danger. Together, they create an unshakable foundation for victorious living. Walking in fearless courage also means being willing to stand for what's right even when it's difficult, to speak truth even when it's unpopular, to pursue God's own calling even when it seems impossible. This morning prayer gives you the backbone to live according to God's own standards rather than the world's expectations. Standard setting. God, give me the backbone to live according to your standards rather than the world's expectations. When it's time to stand for truth, let me stand fearlessly. When it's time to speak up, let me speak courageously. When it's time to act, let me act boldly. The divine peace that accompanies fearless courage is not passive tranquility, but active trust. It's not the peace of someone who doesn't care what happens, but the peace of someone who knows God cares and is actively involved in making sure everything works out for good. Active peace giver. Give me the peace that comes from knowing you're actively working in my situation, not the peace of indifference, but the peace of confidence in your involvement. Let me rest in your activity, not in passivity. This morning prayer also reminds us that walking in fearless courage and divine peace makes you a source of strength and comfort for others. People are drawn to those who remain calm in crisis and courageous in conflict. Your peace becomes their encouragement. Your courage becomes their inspiration. Inspiring God, use my fearless courage and divine peace to encourage others who are struggling with fear and anxiety. Let my stability in storms inspire their faith, my courage in conflict strengthen their resolve, my peace in chaos calm their hearts. Walking in fearless courage also means expecting God to show up in powerful ways. When you face challenges with faith rather than fear, you create an atmosphere where God's current power can manifest more freely. This powerful prayer positions you to see supernatural interventions in natural situations. Supernatural God, as I walk in fearless courage, manifest your power in supernatural ways. Let my faith create an atmosphere where miracles happen, where doors open, where enemies become friends, where impossible becomes inevitable. Finally, walking in fearless courage and divine peace means ending each day with gratitude rather than anxiety, with stories of God's faithfulness rather than tales of fear. This morning prayer sets you up to live each day as a testimony of God's goodness and power. Faithful God, let me end each day with stories of your faithfulness rather than fears about tomorrow, with gratitude for your goodness rather than anxiety about what's ahead, with testimonies of your power rather than complaints about my problems. If this powerful prayer, based on Isaiah 41:10, is filling your heart with fearless courage and divine peace, I invite you to give this video a like. Each like is like a declaration that you're choosing to trust God's guided promises rather than fear's threats. Share this morning prayer with someone you know who needs fearless courage for the battles they're facing. Perhaps there's a friend struggling with anxiety, a family member facing difficult decisions, or someone who needs to be reminded that God is with them, strengthening them, helping them, and upholding them. Subscribe to our channel to receive powerful prayers every morning that will remind you daily that God has equipped you with everything you need to live courageously and peacefully in an uncertain world. Before we finish, I've prepared something very special for you who follow my prayers here on the channel. It's an exclusive gift, very powerful material, made especially to strengthen your family, calm your heart from anxiety, protect your life, and open doors of prosperity. This material is available now, but access is limited and could go offline at any moment. To guarantee your access before it's gone, quickly click the first pinned link in the comments below and take advantage while it's still available. I'm certain it will be a blessing for you. Brother, precious sister, as we close this transformative morning prayer, based on Isaiah 41:10, I want you to remember something fundamental. Today, you do not walk in fear because God goes with you as your courage, your strength, your help, and your peace. He goes before you, clearing the path, beside you, providing strength, and within you, maintaining perfect peace. Let the words of Isaiah 41:10 become the foundation of your daily confidence. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. May this promise be so deeply rooted in your heart that no circumstance can shake it, no enemy can steal it, no challenge can diminish it. Remember that when fear tries to paint pictures of disaster, when anxiety whispers predictions of doom, when uncertainty attempts to paralyze your progress, you have in this powerful prayer a direct connection to the source of all courage and peace, the Tart God who has never failed anyone who trusted in him. May God bless you, and may this prayer stay with your soul throughout this entire day, reminding you that you are strengthened by his might, helped by his grace, upheld by his power, and accompanied by his presence. May fearless courage and divine peace be your constant companions. Amen. If this morning prayer has filled you with fearless courage for today's challenges, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe for more content that will strengthen your faith in God's promises, and watch the next video where we'll continue growing together in the unshakable confidence that comes from knowing God is with us. May his courage and peace empower you today and always.